Rugger's brave. Rugger is the best. He loves new adventures and tackling on new quest. He's Rugger.
Last week on Rugger Tales, Rugger found himself on the beach trying to get home when the filthy, vile-smelling mountain men of Mulu caught up with him again. With some swift manoeuvring, Rugger headed to the point and called upon his old friend Puff Daddy to blow up a giant wave so he could finally ride home to his beloved Ruggerland. Rugger paddled hard until he felt himself being picked up and carried along by the enormous wave. The massive body of water pushed the little Ruggerby onward. Rugger had never been on a wave this big before, and it carried him for what seemed like an eternity, until finally he could see the shores of his homeland that he had missed so much. And with a nice little jump, the Ruggerby was on the beach, amazingly, without a drop of water on it. Rugger reached into his pocket to check that the 5 magic balls were still there, and they were. Whizzer, he said. Now all I've got to do is get them back to the rugby club rooms where they belong. Meanwhile, back on the faraway island, Power, Robbo and Squat were stranded on the beach.
Now what do we do, boss?
Yeah, what's the plan, boss?
Be quiet, let me think, you two numbskulls. We need a boat or a surfboard or something that floats. I'm not swimming all the way back to Ruggerland with that giant pink sharkabee cruising out there.
Good afternoon, fellas. You having a good day?
Oh, we are now, Mr. Lifeguard. Say, that's a pretty big surfboard you got there.
Yeah, thanks, dude.
Looks like you could, fit a few people on it.
Oh, I guess you could if you wanted.
Or maybe 3 mountain men.
Get 'em, boys!
Oh, fellas. Come on, fellas.
Back on Ruggerland, Rugger had finally made it to his rugby club rooms, where he was greeted by a very proud and happy Grandad. "I did it, Grandad! I did it," explained Rugger. "I found all 5 magic balls, and now our rugby team will be strong, faster, brainier, confident, and skillful. Whizzer! Well done, Rugger! You were away a very long time for a little Ruggerby," said Grandad. "You've been very brave and made your old Grandad so proud." "Yes, it was a long adventure. It almost took 20 episodes," replied Rugger. "Indeed, my little Rugger. And you're back in the nick of time as well. Tomorrow, we have a game against the mountain men of Mulu." "Oh, my," said Rugger. "And I have another piece of news for you as well," explained Grandad. "You'll be playing." "What? Me?" shouted Rugger. You want me to play in the match?" "Of course," replied Grandad. "You've returned the 5 magic balls to their rightful home. You've earned your place on the field." Rugger carefully placed all 5 magic balls back in the trophy cabinet and walked home with Grandad to get some rest before the big game. Rugger was so tired, he was asleep before his big yellow head hit the pillow, and he honked through the night. But that was until he was rudely interrupted.
Wake up, sleepyhead. It's almost time for the big game.
Said the hooded knight.
Well, you snore worse than a room full of front rowers, Rugger.
"Oh, thank you for that piece of info. Is that what you interrupted my sleep to tell me?" asked Rugger.
No, that's not why, cuz those dumbass mountain men made it back to Minty Mountain, and they are sure fired up for the game.
"Oh, no worries, hooded knight. I'll be fine," Rugger yawned. "We have the magic balls."
Rugger, have I told you nothing? Do you really think the magic balls are the answer?
Well, they helped me on my adventure. They made me strong, fast, confident, skillful and brainy.
Oh, brother. Brother, you still got to learn the biggest lesson of all. I was hoping to chill next week and do a bit of surfing myself. But I guess I gotta come back and finish this job. Shucks, man. Latest.
And with that, the hooded knight was gone, and Rugger fell back to sleep. In the morning, Rugger awoke and wondered if the hooded knight's visit was merely a dream. After a hearty breakfast, Rugger gathered his gear and headed off to the biggest game of his life. And the game was a great one at that, Rugger explained to the class.
What game? Hey, you haven't even told us what happened. Did the magic balls work or not?
I bet they thrashed the mountain men by a record score, especially if the hooded knight played as well.
I don't know, that hooded knight looks a bit clumsy.
Tune in to next week's exciting Rugger Tales, and remember, don't be disappointed if you fail. It's trying your hardest that really helps. That's the way to play it.
He's Rugger.